All right, everyone, welcome back to the second podcast for today. It is Monday, January 23rd, 2023. I'm your host, as always, Alan Martin, joined by my co-host here, Mr. Big Marcel. We'll be going through the latest UFC news and fight announcements, Marcel. Actually, quite a few fights have been announced in the last week, so we have a lot to catch up on here, which is good. I'm just looking at your page right now, Marcel. There's probably like 15 fights, I would say.
Yeah, a lot, man.
Yeah, man. It's obviously the new year, right? So you'd imagine they would start booking these fights. And we'll also go over some news quickly. I just wanted to quickly touch on before we get into it, Marcel. Jose Aldo retiring, obviously. He's right behind you. He's obviously retired now. Sorry, he's going to the Hall of Fame. That was the news. I think
sorry, man. I had to like this picture of Natalia Silva on Instagram. I was a little bit distracted, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, for sure. I was just saying, like, Aldo obviously is going to be in the Hall of Fame. So, like, to me, like a legend of the sport, right? And I know you want to say something about him, so go ahead. I'll leave the floor to you here.
In my opinion, he's the featherweight GOAT. You know, the thing is, for me, GOAT goes with legacy championship, how many times you defend the belt. And for me, it's like the part of when WEC, I count that as well for UFC, actually, because the UFC implemented their weight classes with the featherweight and bantamweight back then, you know. And Aldo was a champion there. He was like, man, crazy fighter back then, you know. That crazy knockout over Cap Swanson with the double knee. Faber, the leg kicks where Faber had to be carried to his corner in between rounds. Because
retweet the podcast, by the way, if you can.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Thanks.
So it's like just a legend overall, you know, and the way he carried himself all the time, you know, with his MMA as well, the fighting, absolute role model in my opinion as well, you know, big fan of the guy. And people were like saying like, isn't Max better? Isn't Volkanovski better? Isn't McGregor better? For me, it's like title defenses is big key, you know, because every time you defend your title, you have something to lose, you know. And is Max beat him twice? Yes. Did Volkanovski beat him once? Yes. Did Conor beat him once? Yes. The thing is, for me, is like it's a lot about title fights as well, like I said. And the thing with the thing is, the best fighter doesn't have to be the greatest. You know, there's a difference between that. So if you ask me who's the best fighter, probably Volkanovski right now. Max is close second, in my opinion. But Aldo is the greatest. He did something what nobody did in the featherweight division, almost being 10 years undefeated, you know, had a crazy, actually was the guy to beat in the division. Then obviously one time you're going to get beat. He lost to Conor. Conor never defended the belt. So for me, he's not even be close to be the featherweight GOAT. For me, it's like Aldo 1. I have Volkanovski at second at this moment. I have Holloway at 3 and Conor at 4, you know, so Aldo is still the greatest featherweight of all time, but Volkanovski, if he can keep going what he does, he can catch him, you know, definitely. So, I have nothing worse to say about Aldo. He's a great dude.
Yeah, he's a legend. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's crazy. Like, the first UFC I went to in person was the one in Detroit where he got the belt handed to him. The first ever featherweight title. It was crazy. It was so long ago. It was 2010. Like, I've been watching this sport for so long now. The guy's a legend, man. I remember, like you said, like the Faber fight in WEC, the Cub Swanson fight, and then obviously all the fights in UFC, Mendez, Edgar. Just a legend. Just an absolute legend. I'm glad he's in the Hall of Fame.
I stayed awake years ago. I don't know if you were into card collecting, but you had those Leaf MMA autographs of his. That was the first series he was in. And I stayed awake till like, back then I still went to school, and I stayed awake till 4 a.m. to bid on his card. And I got his card, I think, for $80 back then, you know, because I really wanted it. That's how bad I wanted it. And that card is now pretty high because that was his first official autograph.
That's awesome. Yeah, I had a few of those cards back in the day too. Yeah. I mean, I don't really collect them anymore, but yeah, I had some back in the day.
Also not anymore, but back then I did.
For sure. We got Joe in the chat. Alex is in the chat. The Jinx. The Uber Jinx.
The Uber Jinx.
PFL Challenger Series. Yeah, you know what? I've been waiting to see the odds on this. Like, is it going to be pre-taped again? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Like, hopefully the odds come up. I've been looking on Best Fight Odds and just they haven't come up yet. So we'll see. Just see that UFC card that one next week that's has all the Korean fighters on it. But I'm still waiting for PFL. And then there's also LFA this week as well. It's a quiet week, but there are some MMA events going on.
You wonder why Bellator.
I know, like, why not, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. I would have liked to see Cruz and Aldo 135 before he retired. Yeah, Marcus, I think that fight would have been amazing. It's a damn shame we never saw that fight. I almost feel like we could have seen that instead of the Vera fight where he just got smoked with that head kick, right? Cruz, I'm talking about.
Mhm.
And then I think was it Marab and Aldo, and Marab just pushed him against the fence for 3 rounds. It was kind of an
Yeah.
awful fight. Yeah, that's how Volkanovski beat him too. I was in that fight in Brazil. He just pushed him against the fence. Like it wasn't. I understand it's part of the sport, right? But like to me,
Mhm.
it's not really a fight in a way. Like you're just pushing a guy against the fence. I think I get it. It's one of the hardest like things to do is to like control someone like that. But at the same time, like I think the referee should pick those stalemates up more often.
I also don't like how much people hate Marab for it. I think
Yeah.
Marab is a fun guy and a good guy as well. And he did what he had to do to win the fight against Aldo, because Aldo, if you played the game with Aldo, Aldo will still defeat you. You saw it with Cheeto, for example. If you play a certain game with Aldo, Aldo will probably still beat you. So you have to neutralize him. So I understand what Marab did. Was it fun to watch? No. Was it great to now? After we know that was the last Aldo fight in MMA, do we like that? Definitely not. But you can't hate Marab for doing what he does. That's how I see it.
Not at all. No, I agree. I mean, like I'm just saying, like I just think like he just didn't give Aldo any space to work, so it wasn't much of a fight.
I agree with you.
That's all I'm saying. But yeah, Joe, this card turning so late sucks. But again, it's for the Korean fans, right? That's why they did it. What's up, David? How's it going, man? UFC price increase tickets since pandemic are insane. Price of one ticket was practically the average monthly wage for residents of Rio. Is that true? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did they sell it or no? Was it sold out or no?
No, that's why probably it was pretty empty, I think.
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about that. I saw that.
Yeah, and also the England card is also pretty expensive. I will show you what I found.
Yeah, no worries. That's not good.
Let me check.
Got to make it affordable. What's the point otherwise? Like people are going to show up. So how's that doing anyone any good?
The prices, like, let's see, the cheapest is £100, and £100 is around like I think $140, and front row is like £4,000. So
yeah,
it's like floor seats are £550. I think it's pretty expensive, dude. In my opinion.
No, it seems like it. Yeah. All right, let's go to this.
It's like I said as well to a guy who asked me, fighting, and don't get me wrong, what I'm gonna say now, it's not bad. It's like a sport for the working people, for pretty much not poor people, but like poor working people. Not the wealthy people. You know what I mean? So you cannot ask like your Hollywood superstar prices. You know what I mean? For people with there are fighters normally, like 80% of the fighters are not like born in wealth or whatever. You know what I mean? It's not like a wealthy sport or whatever. They can become wealthy when they are really good, when they reach the top. But I think the UFC needs to understand that,
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree. All right, let's go to some fight announcements, Marcel, because I know that you want to talk about some of them. We'll pull up your page here. There's a bunch. Like a lot of fights got announced the last couple of weeks. So we'll go through this, guys. We'll take a few other comments. PFL Challenger Series, I know, right? I was wondering if it's pre-taped, like, and Kraus knows about the results like last time. Let's go through these fights. Speaking of Kraus, one of his guys, I don't know, where's Mana training now? Is he back with Safe, or where is he now? Do you know?
I have no idea. I still have Metro Fight Club there, but I have no idea.
Metro Fight Club. Yeah, anyways, Mana Martinez against Cameron Saimon. Great fights. Should be a fun one. I don't know. I like both guys, but I think Cameron would probably be favored right now.
If you want to go to his Instagram page, you have to click the picture. There is the tag.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I feel the same way as you actually. It's like it's a really fun fight, I think.
Yeah, I mean the Cameron guy, he did Steven Kozlov guy was like doing some good work against him, but ended up getting that finish. I think there was was it a low blow or something? I want to say, remember? Was it a low blow or eye poke or something? Because he got oh no, sorry. What am I talking about? It was an illegal knee to the head. That's what it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You thought he should have gotten disqualified for it, and it
was pretty bad. Like I don't know if he should. I don't know if it. Yeah, I mean it's pretty bad. But anyways, he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like it was pretty egregious in my opinion. But
yeah, you were against me again. I should cancel you, Adam, for being in a different opinion than me.
I know. All right, let's go to the next fight here. Sam Patterson. You broke this fight. Sam Patterson, Ashmas. I don't. Where did this guy come from? Ashmas.
It's
ACA guy?
He's from Israel. He fought for this last fight. He fought for PFL Challenger Series, I think, and before that, he fought for CFFC and for Ring Combat.
Really?
He trains at K Dojo Warrior Tribe with Kashtov, the head coach, who was actually Kashtov was in the corner of the first fight of Khabib ever in the UFC against Belarus.
Right
So yeah, I mean. It's a good matchup, I think. Patterson looked pretty okay against Sensi. I remember he had this submission win in the second round, and the Felipe Silva fight was good at Brave. So I think he stopped him there. Yeah, I mean it's a good matchup. Two debutants against each other. Let's see what's happening.
Yeah, that fight with Sensi was pretty good. So this guy, I'm just looking at Ashmov or whatever. So he actually fought last year, March 18th in PFL. Now he's fighting March 18th in UFC. That's kind of interesting. Exactly 1 year. That's kind of crazy. Those two video game NPCs, kind of, yeah, in a way. But apparently this guy's good. He's got a good record, but it remains to be seen. So that's in England. They're not. Is it Bakary? That's how you pronounce it, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Against Brady Highstand. This is a good fight, man. I like both guys. I mean, they're both good. I honestly don't even know. Dana is dangerous as hell, but Highstand is a pretty good wrestler. So, any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, it's difficult actually. I think Butker can knock him out, but Highstand is pretty decent. What I saw so far. Trains at Jiu-Jitsu, right, with Michael Chiesa, I think. Yeah, and it's actually Butker has a crazy win over Kai Kara France on his record, right, before he went to the UFC. So. I think a fun matchup. I like it. 3-3 against 1-on-1 in the UFC, and a guy with knockout power against a guy who's pretty good in wrestling. Looking forward to this one. Clash of Styles.
Good clash of styles. Exactly. I'm about to say the same thing. Lando Venata against Daniel Zellhuber.
You should go back and listen to the song I put there. Or can't you hear it?
No, I can't hear it. What song was it? Face the Pain.
Brazil. Yeah, la 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 la. Don't you know the song?
Yeah. All right. Let's go to the next one here. Lando Venata and Daniel Zellhuber. Zellhuber, he looked so bad in his fight against Trey Ogden.
Against Trey Ogden, yeah.
He looked horrible in that fight, man.
And he looked so good against Lucas Almeida, right?
I know. It's like I don't really know what to think about this guy, honestly. Lando's good, but not great. I don't know. Any thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, I feel like if he fights the same as he fought against Ogden, I think Venata has his way with him, but you never know. Maybe this were the octagon jitters, and now he's loose. So this is a difficult one to pick here, I think.
See, even this guy's talking about Kroos in that last fight. It was so weird, man. Like this dude was a huge favorite and just kind of didn't do anything. It was really, really sketchy or so. I don't know. Like all of Kroos' fights, I'm just kind of looking back at and wondering like what was really going on. But yeah, maybe it was just the jitters, right? The first fight.
Possible.
Steve Garcia, Shaylin Rebecca. Yeah, Shaylin should probably win this fight. Steve Garcia did knock out Chase Hoover, but I don't know. I still don't really believe in him. Any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, Steve Garcia did do good against Chase Hoover, man. So who knows? But at the same time, Shaylin, he beat Derek Miller in that fight, right? Last time. We'll see, man. I like Shaylin, what I saw so far from him. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think he looked pretty good now.
So, but you saw the first comment?
Yeah, it was fake as hell. So I mean, like, what are you supposed to think, right? Yeah. It was a weird fight, man. Not fake, but the guy was injured, and everyone was hurt in his camp. So, Saeed, I love this fight. Saeed,
great fight.
Nurmagomedov and Jonathan Martinez. It's such a great fight. I mean, Saeed, how do you really go against him, right? Even though he was losing that fight against Kakarov for that submission, but Martinez has looked great lately too. This is another, I would say, clash of styles, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely, man, because I feel like Martinez is really good, really solid. Showed against Cap Swanson that he was ready for a next step, in my opinion. And Saeed is just super difficult to fight, I think Kakramanov did very well until he got finished. Difficult one as well here, I think. I would slightly lean Saeed still.
Me too, but I love Martinez too.
Me too, I like him a lot.
Awesome fight. Another awesome fight, Song Yadong, Ricky Simone. I mean, honestly, I thought Yadong looked really good against Corey Sandhagen. I know he got stopped with that cut or whatever, but he looked great in that fight. Ricky also looked, what was his last fight? Was it Jack Shore? He looked amazing.
Yeah, the submission on triangle.
I would favor Yadong though, man. I've been really high on this guy for a while. I'm not going to go against him, but Ricky, is great. I still look at that Faber fight where he got knocked out, and obviously Faber's Yadong's coach.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, right?
Right? Yeah. So you have one. Oh, you broke this fight too. Nice.
Yeah. So, thing is, like, if the fight keeps standing, I favor Yadong. If the fight goes to the ground, I favor Ricky. It's pretty simple.
Yeah. No, I kind of agree with that. Christian Duncan and Dusko Dorvich, Stefan Struve's brother. I saw that picture.
Click on the picture if you want.
Where is it? Is it here?
There. Yeah, just...
Oh, you put it. Yeah, he looks exactly like the smaller version of him. Yeah, I would favor Duncan. I mean, I can't pick Dusko anymore, Marcel. I just can't do it.
Me too. I think Duncan is a very interesting prospect. You know, he looked really good on the Cage Warriors. He knocked out Jati Milan, I think, with a head kick. And after that, he knocked out Marian Dimitrov with a spinning back fist and finished with some punches. He's a big prospect coming from England, and he has a great birthday, by the way, 24 July. That's my birthday. Yeah. But he's 6 years younger than me. Yeah. But I mean, a very intriguing guy, and I really like to see him what he can do in the UFC, man. He was one of the guys I would love to see in the UFC from Cage Warriors. Him and George Hartwig as well. Hartwig is not in the UFC yet, but I think it's just a matter of time. But he's really good.
I agree. Pierre Rodriguez, Julian Robertson. I know that Julian. Yeah, she's moving down to weight. She just finished Rose in the grappling competition, but
yeah,
I like this Pierre girl, man. I think she's pretty good. But again, you know, the wins aren't great. It's Kay Hansen and Sam Hughes, like, they're not great wins, you know. I think the Valeska Machado girl is actually really good. She's gonna get. I think, didn't she win the Invicta tournament? I think, right? She'll be in the UFC. I don't know. I guess I would favor Pierre, but I just think, you know, Jillian's not bad at all. I mean, she has a lot of experience, a lot of submissions. Probably doesn't go the distance. Probably someone gets finished in this fight. Most of Jillian's fights end with her getting finished or finishing her opponent. So, Bobby, I mean, what a great fight this one is! Awesome fight, Bobby Green and Jared Gordon. It's almost like they're giving Gordon a step up. It's like almost like they're like, okay, you beat Patty in a way. I gotta favor Bobby Green though, man. How do you not? I would favor Green because I just think, like, if Gordon can't get him down, which I think he'll have a hard time doing on the feet, I just think Bobby's gonna box him up. What do you think?
Yeah, man, I think so as well. By the way, Bobby always looks in the camera like, let's go to the room together. Yeah, really good fight, man. Looking forward to this one. Bobby, you know, great. He was doing so good, man, against Dober until he got stopped, you know. And Jared Gordon won his last fight, actually.
100%.
But, yeah, it's going to be a good matchup, you know, between two guys. Green, super tough veteran.
Both tough as hell.
Gordon, I wouldn't say... He's actually also a veteran, and he's very tough. But Green is a veteran in that class, you know. And then we can say Gordon is a veteran as well. So fun matchup, man. I think really fun matchup. And pretty much everybody born before 1989 is a veteran to me. So
100%. These guys are. Jared Gordon's born 1 week before me, which is crazy. Pedro Munhoz and Chris Gutierrez. I mean, I love this fight. Honestly, Marcel, like, what a great fight, eh?
Yeah.
I think Chris though, man. I think Chris Gutierrez is special, dude. What do you think?
Yeah, man, and those leg kicks are crazy. You know what he has. He has some good wins on his record as well. I mean, the Frankie Edgar, obviously, but also the Timur Valiev is a good win. Yep. And I know he lost to Valiev as well in WSOF, but he got he won this. I think he won the second or the first. I don't know anymore, but he won one of the two fights. And yeah, fun matchup and a deserved step up again for Gutierrez after knocking out Frankie Edgar, man. You know, and for Munhoz, let's see what's up with him after that. That no contest against Sean O'Malley.
And Young Punisher doesn't fit him anymore. I mean, the guy's almost 40 years old.
Make it the Punisher.
Just the Punisher. Just Tafa and Waldo Cortez Acosta. I think it's a replacement fight, right? Yeah, Austin Lane. I honestly favor Waldo, though, man. I think he's good. He's got more experience in the UFC now, too. Junior's a good striker, but I don't know. That's my thought. That's my thought right now. You have any thoughts, quickly?
Tafa has to knock him out in the first round if he wants to win here, I think. Otherwise, I would go with Waldo Cortez Acosta. So, yeah.
Raul Rosas Jr., Chris Rodriguez. Honestly, man, I know Rodriguez is good, but Raul is special, and I would favor him over a lot of fighters. I kind of feel like you agree with me on this.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think it was he's a good fighter. You know, although I think Rodriguez good as well. By the way, easiest fight ever to confirm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you broke it too. Nice.
Yeah, and I didn't get credit from ESPN.
Oh yeah,
so,
that's right.
great fight. I think two young guys, and Raul Rosas Jr. actually a super young guy. Rodriguez, I really like what I saw from Rodriguez last time. A beautiful submission win.
Yeah.
And before that, he had that loss to Jonathan Pierce, a weight class up at 145, right? Short notice. Raul Rosas Jr. did what he had to do against Jay Perrin, looked good. Also looked good on the Contender Series. So, yeah, a fun matchup. Looking forward to this one, and obviously Raul Rosas will probably be the favorite here.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, Rodriguez is good, but like that fight with Jonathan Pierce, he got taken down a lot in that fight, right? So,
I think this is a good matchup. You can see where. Yeah, you can see where Rosas is fitting in this division. I think I think we also can see where Rodriguez is at right now. So I think it's a very good matchup. I really like it.
Sorry, there's some questions and comments, guys. I was just going through and missed them, but yeah, Marcus asking who you think favored Chris and Pedro Munoz. I honestly think Chris Gutierrez will be favored in this fight.
I think so too.
Yeah, I mean he was favored against Frankie too, right? If I'm not mistaken. So I think he will be favored there. Couple other fights here. Oops, sorry. Okay. Jack Shore and Makwan Amirkhani. Jack Shore is moving up in weight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, can you tell me why Makwan Amirkhani has to be on every London card?
I don't know. And I'm surprised he even. Honestly, I'm surprised he getting another fight. I'm really surprised. I thought that would be it after his last fight because he got destroyed by Jonathan Pierce. And
you see who broke the fight?
Broke this one too?
No, Luke.
Oh, Alex, the Uber drinks. There he is. That's funny. Yeah, I honestly, I mean, I'm not sure how Jack will do at 145, but Makwan's lost 4 of his last 5 fights. I don't think this is a good fight for him.
I see this as a fun grappling match. I think Makwan wants it to the ground. I think Jack wants it to. So it is going to be fun, and let's see how Jack rolls at 145. I really look forward to it. Good matchup, fun prelim fight for London. I think.
Yep.
Let's say late prelim.
Yeah. Barboza and Quarantillo. I mean, awesome fight. Billy Q and OnlyFans. Awesome fight. Oh man, tough one. Go ahead.
About this fight, so I got told 3 days before this got announced that Billy was probably going to fight Edson Barboza, and then I hear Billy saying, "I'm going to announce my fight on OnlyFans." I was like, dude. And then people were like, "Marcel, you should make an OnlyFans to see who he's fighting." It's like, I know who he's fighting, but I don't, I know who he's fighting, but I don't know from OnlyFans. You know what I mean? And people are like, yeah, of course, but I really didn't know from OnlyFans. So yeah,
that's funny. Yeah, it should be a good fight. I love this fight. I don't know. I mean, Barboza's great, but he's also kind of on the decline now, so I don't know. It's tough. Is Hollywood Handsome his real nickname? Is that actually his nickname?
No. The thing is, I've been in a podcast. Gabe Killian, right?
Yeah.
Gabe, yeah. And there's another guy. His name is oh my God, he's gonna the Smack the God.
Yeah.
And and he was like, he's like, I'm straight as hell, dude. I have 3 kids, but dude, this Billy Quarantillo guy, he's like Hollywood Handsome, So I always put Hollywood Handsome there, and he's like, Billy was like to me, like, dude, everybody in my gym is asking me why my nickname is Hollywood Handsome, why it's not Hollywood Handsome. He's like, stop that shit with a smiley, I was like, funny. Okay, I was like, okay, I stopped that shit. And then he posted on his OnlyFans his fight announcement. So I was like, dude, if you're gonna make it on your OnlyFans, you keep being Hollywood Handsome. It's your own fault. He's just laughing, so he can have it. He's a cool guy.
This fight's awesome, though. It's gonna be fight of the night, whatever card that's on. We don't know what city it's in, or do we?
No, this is going to be for an audience, right? But I have no idea where. No idea.
Dustin Jacoby, Asman Mirzakanov, great fight again. It's like Dustin's not ranked anymore because of that bad decision against Kirill. I thought Asman was ranked. I thought he was.
Yeah, he was, but not anymore because who came in?
Oh, because the champion fell down because they
why, good call.
Yeah, that's why. So they bumped out another guy. Yeah, great fight. I mean, honestly, I can see this one going either way. I think it's an awesome fight. TJ Brown, Bill Algeo. Definitely have to fear Bill Algeo in this fight, I would say. TJ Brown is very flawed, in my opinion. I know he looked good in his last fight, but flawed. Love this fight, too. Did you break this one? No, Mike Heck.
No.
Yeah, love this fight. I mean, I favor Adrian, though. I really do, Marcel. How do you not at this point, eh?
Yeah, the only time I saw Adrian not looking really good was the first round against Randy Costa, I remember.
Yeah,
he
got boxed up good, and then he just completely destroyed him after that. Yeah, the Davey Grant fight was pretty competitive too, but
But he still won, in my opinion. So.
Valentina and Alexis Grasso it's official, right? UFC 285. I mean, Valentina is going to be the favorite here. I think Alexa, I'm glad she's getting a title shot. She's been working her ass off for years, but I don't really see Valentina winning this fight.
Me neither.
Yeah. Francis Marshall William Gomi, your boy, right? He's one of your boys. Or no, that's the other guy you fought, Yaro Arians or whatever.
Yeah, Yaro is my. He lives like 20 minutes from me.
Does he really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's from the south as well.
You deliver his mail, or did you used to?
No. That's nah. This.
I think this Francis Marshall guy is really good. I'll just say that. He's very good. He looked amazing as Rojo.
I agree.
Jan and Merab. I don't think we talked about this one. It's an amazing fight too. I love this fight. I honestly don't know who's going to win this fight. I really have no idea.
By the way, when they announced this fight, the contracts weren't even signed.
Of course they do.
The UFC gave that to the Las Vegas Review Journal.
Yeah.
It wasn't even signed. So
winner gets the title shot, you think, or
no? I think the UFC did this one because Merab doesn't want to fight Aldo. And
then Jan
already fought Aldo twice. So there is nothing to lose for the UFC here. If Jan wins, he's still in contention, and Aldo probably goes to 145 at a certain moment. And if Dvalishvili wins, Aldo has to go to 145 at a certain moment still. So they have to keep both guys busy, and I think this is a great fight. It's also a style of clash of styles. Looking forward to it, man. Good fight.
Love this fight. I love it. Great fight. Martin Boudet and Jay Collier. Collier looked horrific against Chris Barnett, just getting destroyed in the second round. Budaya is not great, but
Budaya got lucky against Brzeski, dude.
Yeah, I don't think he won that fight. And in the Barnett fight, he looked good in that fight, though. I don't know. I have no idea, honestly. We talked about this one already. That's an old one. So
yeah, we did.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
Oh, I can't remember.
We did it Tuesday, so 6 days ago. All right, a couple other comments here. Who's my 650? Yunaz's or
I think Rosas probably. Oh,
who? Sorry.
I thought he tipped Rosas. Okay.
Oh, is he, or is it
I don't
Valentina? Know. Who was he saying my 650? Sorry, I just want to double check. You're saying Valentina? Yeah, Valentina is. Yeah. No surprise there. She's a big favorite.
By the way, you saw this announcement that Nunez was fighting on that card as well against Aldana, but it wasn't true.
That's not true, right?
Nah.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see what happens with that, because I really don't see who else she could fight in that division. You know what I mean?
I think they fight each other, but not on that card.
Right, because he's already got 2 title fights, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, cool.
It would be honestly, actually, it's stupid. I think from the UFC to put 2 title fights on that 285 card. I think it sells its own with Jones gone. You know what I mean? So I'm actually surprised, but maybe they are maybe Jones does something stupid and it's not happening, so they have a backup. That makes sense. So maybe
totally fair. All right. Anyways, Marcel, I honestly think we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you guys joining us today for the 2 podcasts. As always, we're back next Monday. We'll be breaking down UFC, the Vegas card. Sorry?
Nothing. We're not breaking down anything. There's no UFC event this Saturday.
I'm saying next week.
I'm sorry, dude.
No worries.
It's late.
It's okay. This is the last comment I'll take. I'm going to get out of here. You guys think UFC will have backup for Jones gone? They should, but I don't know if they will. Appreciate it, Marcus. Thanks, man.
They should have Francis and gone.
They should, yeah. All right, Marcel. Again, you guys can follow us on Twitter at Adam Martin for me, him, Big Marcel 24 on Twitter, Instagram. MMAOddsbreaker.com. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about it, guys, for the podcast. I'm also at bookies.com, MiamiNews.com. Marcel's at Eurosport. Hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll be back next Monday. We'll be, like I said, breaking down that card, recapping whatever happens this weekend in World of MMA. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.